Yes. Good evening to all the national presidents and board of directors of Africa and the Middle East. And I'm happy to be here to host this session on financial management in your national organization. And to be able to accompany us for the next hour, I would like to introduce our main speaker, who is the 2015 National President of JCI Hong Kong, 2018 JCI Treasurer and current member of the Audit Committee, all the way from Hong Kong, Mr. Anthony Leung. So maybe Anthony, welcome to virtual Abeokuta, Nigeria. And maybe you can say a few words to introduce yourself and kick off the discussion.
Thank you, Secretary General Calvin. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Dear National Presidents, all the Board of Directors, Senators, greetings from Hong Kong. It's actually a little bit cold here, but I hope that these sections will give you some energy and passions to bring you guys to a very good planning and development in 2021. So thank you, Secretary Generals, to give me these introductions. And I would like to share my PowerPoint now, and then I will go through a little bit on these sections about the national organization finance and also the revenue generations. So yes, thank you, SG. So yeah, SG, as you know, the finance is very important, right? And also the revenue in our JCI in different levels, right?
Yeah, definitely. Without finance, we can't do anything.
Exactly. So all the national president and board of directors, in this sections, I give you a very brief, but I think it's very essential ideas and concepts, how to make a better management in the financial perspective. So before that, I would like to share about some knowledge about how the JCI management domains in here. So you can see there's 4 very interesting circles. They are all connected. It means that it is a really important domains connected together. So first of all, I think all of you knows talent management is very important domain in our JCI because all our very important resources is our members, right? I think all of you really agree on this point. Every year, we need a lot of the leaders, our young members, to create positive change in our communities, in our local communities, and even in the world. So talent management is really understand, and we have to understand how to engage the grassroots talent of our JCI from the very beginnings and how to make a better management. So afterwards, I will share you a little bit about how to make it a better talent management in the new strategies from the IT as well. And the second domain, I think the financial management is, of course, is really important because as you know, no matter in the local organizations, local chapters, or even the nationals, or even JCI, we need a very stable and concrete and very sustainable financial management. So how to make it the really good financial sustainability? I think one of the very important is how to make a good planning, good execution, and also a good development on this part. One of the very important is the membership dues, right? So every year we have to collect our members' membership dues and also many different sponsorships and project incomes. So these are the very key incomes to make the financial stable. And then another domain we call the crisis management. As you know that the last year and also even in the very beginning of this year, we still suffering a lot, for example, the COVID-19 pandemic. So it is really a challenge to all not just as JCI, but all the communities and the whole world, how to make a really important changes from our existing behavior to the new behavior, and also how to understand our role and our responsibility, how to make a better crisis management. Even pandemic can make a lot of the challenge or the consequences of our existing plans. But I think the new ideas, especially, for example, the technologies, can help to solve this crisis. So this is the crisis management domains that I think all of you are the leaders of the national organizations should have on this in mind. And last but not least is our organization management, because JCI is our very good organizations. We have different levels, right? So we have to make a very good strategic plan. I think even in the national organizations or even the local chapters, you guys have have some long-range planning or strategic planning on this part. So this is a very good ideas and also the directions to drive all of you and also your leaders in next year or the years after, and then to follow this kind of the strategies in line. Okay, so this is these are the four management domains. So in this section, in these sections, I will emphasize a little bit more about what is the finance. Of course, as you say, why we need a finance. As I said, that money is really important. Without money, we cannot do anything, right? So yes, I would like to share on the next slides. Yes. So I give you guys a little bit concept and I briefing, especially my fellows national presidents and also the VPs and also the EVPs from our board of directors. I think this is examples for the budget approval process. So as I mentioned that finance, one of the very important is how to make a good budget. The budgets can drive the successful of the implementations and also to drive the very good beginning of the good result. So I give you an ideas, and of course, this is very familiar with our Secretary General's Calvin as well. And this is every year in our World Congress, this is our very good budget to adopt by our General Assembly. But before that, actually, we have to draft the budget the 30 days before we call the MYD. So after that, some national presidents actually can get the emails from our headquarters that any comments about the budgets and recommendations. So afterwards, this is also reviewed by the finance committee, and then finally, as I said, that it will go for the General Assembly to do the approval. So I think this is just the JCI way, the JCI level, but in the national levels and even your local chapters, I think you can bring the same ideas, the concept, not exactly the details, but I think this is really important approval process, how you make a better planning on the budget, how to review it, how to make a better execution, and finally the evaluations. So this is the ideas to give you that how to make it. Okay.
I agree.
Thank
it's
you.
incredibly important because, you know, you can see when we talk about 30 days to MYE, it's a 6-month process. The mid-year executive committee meeting takes place at the end of July, which means that the initial work on the budget for 2022 will begin in May, June this year. And then the whole process moves on to the General Assembly, which takes place in November. So it's really a process that needs lots of forward planning and preparation. And this is very important for long-term financial sustainability, even in the national organization too. So yeah, thank you for this very detailed process. It is important for everybody to understand this when voting.
Yes, Thank you, SG, to supplement on this part. So the next slide, I will very short, but very good ideas to give you guys. Actually, even our JCI levels, we need a budget. We need a very good ideas on this. You can see that the income, we have some details like membership dues, events, and also some kind of the sponsorship, even the merchandising, and something like that. But at the same time, we have a lot of expenses. So I think in the national level as well, we need, very importantly, is the membership dues collection, right? I think most of our national organizations need to collect the good membership dues collections and then to send back to the JCI. So it is the very important elements in the budget. But at the same time, I think some of the national organizations also have to do some projects, right? And also some events or some conference. For example, like in JCI Hong Kong, we actually have our national conventions, and also we have our inaugurations, and this is also some kind of the incomes to make our financial get the better income on this part. So this is the give you the ideas is when you start, you have to make your budget, and as a JCI way, we try to make a balanced budget, and this is really important, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And we also need to be agile as well. Just for everybody watching, also this budget which is on screen was the one which was voted on at the General Assembly last November. But you probably received like earlier this week, a revised budget, which we did a couple of days ago, where we made some adjustments because of the COVID situation. So on it. So yes, you can see that we always need to be very agile and to adapt the budget. So running a JCI budget is like as a national organization as well. We need to be very agile and be ready to change in the face of changing circumstances. It's all about developing leaders for a changing world and showing strong leadership in these cases, which also means being able to adapt. So yeah, so thank you for this. And
yes, very agreed. So that's why this is also refer how the four domains can work together. Some crisis, that means that we have to do a better management and go back to the financial management and then to adjust and then to minimize our risk and also the loss as well. So in this part, in this slides, I want to share is actually all the national or local organizations actually is like a company. It's just like a business. So every business, every entity that we need to have a concept how to make a revenue generations. Instead of we are not like a charity base. Actually, we are really like just like a we call it, how to say this is kind of the business oriented, especially in the financial management. So in these cycles, I can share you this is actually is what is our values of our so-called company or entities. Actually, as I said, one of very important is our members, right? Now we are not just saying these are our members. Actually, they are our talents. All of our members, our young members, or even our alumni, and also every person in our organizations are talent. So these are kind of talents actually in this new generations can actually generate a lot of values. So at the same time, how to fulfill satisfies the needs so that we can create a lot of different projects and service, and then how to make good use of this kind of project and service. We can make a better value and deliverables, of course. Finally, we can have a good transactions for the monies, And then last but not least, it is that finally you can get at least a balanced budget, but hopefully you can get more values and got more money returns in this cycle.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. I mean, I totally agree with this because you know, we may be a non-profit, but we do have membership dues. Each member is paying us a certain sum and investing their time and energy into the organization. So it's our duty to make sure that the members get added value from it, which is why we're focusing on products and services. And as you mentioned, value creation and innovation are hugely important. And this is something, the mindset we've been trying to put in at JCI headquarters since the start of 2020 has really been to make our members feel special and highlight the value proposal and the added value we can bring to the members on the ground as well, because without members, we're nothing. And really creating a strong business model, which we're honing this year, even in the midst of this current crisis, which, yeah.
Yes. So, yes, very, very thank you, SG, to supplement the concept about what I want to emphasize is at every single chapters, every single national organizations is also have a very good business mindset and financial management and also the crisis management as well. So you can see that in this from last year, especially the 2020, and we are actually have got some impacts during the COVID-19 pandemic. So you can find that basically our traditional projects, our traditional value creations, our traditional deliveries, actually we cannot make it. So we cannot have travels, so we cannot have face-to-face events. There are so many economy impacts. So that's why from our original planning, even original budget, what we have planned, actually we cannot execute because this is some kind of the new changes or new challenge. So for example, next slide. Yes. So this kind of the changes actually can affect our traditional deliveries, but also at the same time, even we don't have the COVID-19, these new generations or these new behaviors generations, actually the members expect is totally different, maybe from 20 years ago or 30 years ago or 50 years ago. That's the members did. So we have to understand that actually what are the members' expectations. For example, the new generations we like the social engagement. They like online, and also they like the something is instant and interactions. They want to have everything is the same simultaneously interactions. They also want to have something expecting is more online to offline. We call the O2O, right? Just like last year, we have a new World Congress in Yokohama. It's actually a hybrid way. Totally different. We have the online sections, and at the same time, the members in Japan they attending in the venue. This is the new way to collaborate. How to make a good online to offline presentations. Of course, we are the JCI members. Actually, this brand is over 105 years, right? So how to make more better values of our JCI brandings in order we can recruit more young members, good leaders, and good partners. And I think nowadays the partners or members expecting more than this. Even they want to give some sponsorship, but not like 20 years ago, not like 10 years ago. Now they're asking for more values, what the JCI can generate or your national organizations can generate in order to fit and in line their plannings or their expectations. And also, we actually, there are so many good projects, but how to consolidate together and to make a better value, a better awareness, and also how the membership service. I think later on, SG and I will introduce a very good ideas is how to make a financial sustainability. One of the key issues is the members, why I have to pay this membership dues. What is the values and what is the returns from this payment, right? So this is a really good reflections to you guys, all the national presidents, all the vice president you assign to the countries when you go to mentoring them or to inspiring them. We have to face and to see what is the current challenges that we are facing. So it is more better that we can plan a better way on the management and also how to make a better finance, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, you know, especially the last point, we've got lots of national organizations doubting what membership fee, what the membership dues are worth. Of course, every member pays dues to their national organization, their local organization, in some countries, the regional area organization as well. And then there's the whole Africa, Middle East or JCI Europe dues as well. And then there's the JCI Global dues, which we're talking about here, which we're using to finance all these initiatives. JCI Global dues, $13 a year, which means $1.08 per member every month, which when we look at it, isn't that much, but we're still trying to deliver strong return on investment on that $1.08, which is being paid every month by a member. So this is our duty to deliver. And of course, we need to adapt to the new generations of members now. So
yes. So this following slides is very interesting. I think all the national presidents, you have a lot of the good members, but you understand what they are thinking, what the things in their heads and in their minds, right? So I give you four different generations to inspire you guys. Of course, for the very beginning, the youngest one is, of course, we try to engage them to join our JCI family, right? So this is Generation Z, and actually very young, just graduate. And so you can find that they can to understand what kind of the content format is quite interactive. As I mentioned, very instant, very interactive, and very visualized. So when you go for some good projects or try to get their engagement, this is very straightforward, very interactive, very instant interactions with them, and then you guys can make it a better recognitions from this kind of generations. And the next one is we call the millennials, but you can find that most of our populations of our memberships is in our millennials, is around the 24 to the 37s. So they have a little bit traditional mixed with the new generations. So you can find that they cannot, they can actually also can receive some kind of traditional medias, but all the way in the online format. Even the magazine is not the print materials, it's the online materials, okay? So even they don't need to have the very real-time and instant interactions, but they hopefully want to put everything online, and they can reference, they can search, and they can find out, they can even to learn on the online environment. And the next slide, I will tell you, of course, our alumni generations, right? So you can find that they have a totally different content formats they can receive. And so, but this kind of the good resources from our alumni and also the senators, well, we call some senior senators, right? Even we have some young members of senators as well, but some of our senators is our elder generations and senior members, right? So how to engage them, how to good use of these connections to connect this kind of resources. So we have to consider this kind of the media ideas, the content ideas that we can deliver better in our projects, in our plannings, in our deliverables, and so that to activate and also to motivate their passions to join in our JCI in different ways. Okay, so the next. Yes. So this is the second part that I want to bring you guys very new ideas. And just like the first part is I give you some reflections. I give you some facts, some challenge that we are facing, right? And maybe even some national presidents said, oh, our members, they don't want to pay any membership fees because they have no money, they lose job. So some kind of the ideas, we have to change it. I give you a very good example. Just like, for example, I ask a very simple questions to our SG Calvin is, if you paid $1, I give you back $100 gift. Do you want to pay? Of course.
Yeah.
Because you find that this is value is overvalued, right? So sometimes how to create this kind of things. Even now, you find that in our e-commerce world, for example, you pay $100, but you can find a gift back value for 10,000 or more than that. So that's why you want to invest it. This kind of the things we have to change our members' mindset is, instead of paying the membership dues or paying for the events conference is kind of a very heavy burden. We have to change this style, change this mindset to let them feel this is not a burden. This is the investment. This is the investment that they put this money in, and they will get a bigger and better return, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What you say reminds me of, like, 9 years ago, I was in charge of international events at JCI Monaco, like promoting Asia Pacific Conference in Hong Kong 2012, or the World Congress in Taiwan. And the main argument we were always using is that, of course, they can pay €2,000 or $2,000 and go on holiday in Ibiza for 2 weeks or by the beach or something like that. So why would they go to Taiwan or Hong Kong across the world to work? Well, simply because you go on a holiday by the beach, you come back, you feel a bit fresh, then the next day you're behind the desk. When you come back from any Asia Pacific or European or JCI event in general, you come back with positive energy, you come back with memories, you come back with this amount of business cards, which is a great network for the future, and you come back with all sorts of skills which you can then transfer to your personal and professional lives as well. So this is really the added value that JCI has always brought, but what we've been thinking about since the last year in the current crisis is, how can we go even further than that and accelerate our transformation, like the strategic plan mentions, and leverage technology to be able to add value to our members. And, instead of using this big wad of business cards and coming back with that, finding a way to bring it all online. So hence the JCI Virtual Community, which we're launching. And I believe that you've already got some comments on it through your professional background as well, Anthony.
Okay, yes, totally agree. Thank you, SG. So that's why in this sections, I want to bring you guys a very new but very good ideas, and actually how to make the revenue generation by the very new our IT. Actually, as our SG Kelvin just said, that is mentioned that JCI actually is also changing, is positively changing the model how to engage our members, our national organization together. They are using the new technologies to build the new virtual communities. Actually, no matter we can travel or we cannot travel. And actually, this is a good way and good strategies to what? To socialize each of our members, not just our young members, but also just like just like Kevin said, that we also can connect different segments of the members and partners and stakeholders in one place. So this is very important. Why the people like to enjoy the conference and congresses? This is not just from the constitutions. Of course, we have to do something aligned with the constitutions, right? But at the same time, for the members, especially the young members, they also want to use these good opportunities and in the one place, we call it in the one place, and we can see the trade show, we can meet more people, we can learn a lot of things from the training rooms. We can have a very good inspiration from our forum, even the morning show. So this kind of experience, we also can build together, not just offline, not just on site, but also we can make it together in online. And the second very important is we have to emphasize the transactions, because when we can design and plan different project, different events, it's like a transaction base. Especially we can make good use of the payment service and also this kind of the transaction service. And it is more easy to ask people to pay, and also and can make the financial in a better management, like the merchandising, putting into the e-commerce. So that's why you can find that the new models can change the traditional ways, the incomes. We can say that the traditional membership dues, collections, donations, and events, we can change to very new models. And you can see that in terms of the numbers, we can make a better and a lot of the different incomes together, and to make your national organization or your local organizations have a better brandings, better connections, and better income in this kind of the services and this kind of things that we can do together, especially aligned with our JCI new virtual communities.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? I mean, this is a great way to expand our minds and expand our horizons, even in a local organization where you only rely on membership dues and all that. There's nothing preventing you from creating in JCI Harare special dedicated training courses, which you can then put behind a paywall and then gain income from it as well. Same with what we're going to do is social community advertising, working with key opinion leaders, and yeah, really making it very engaging for our members. So one of the first goals, like with the 4 actions we have at JCI, is to use this JCI virtual community to diversify our revenue streams, so we are not just putting all of our eggs in one basket and relying only on membership dues or events. Like, last year we were planning to get $1.6 million in events revenue, and we got virtually nothing. So we have to pivot. We can't rely only on this. And this is how we're looking at really diversifying our revenue in the future.
Exactly. And some of the new ideas is as I said, that we always consider every single members is our talented members.
Oh, yeah.
They are all very talented. So in this new way, especially now in the ITs, so every members can show their talent, and the talents based on the projects, right? So based on the projects or based on the trainings, based on the workshops, no, this is not just only to connect more people together to make awareness, but in the sense of the values and incomes, this kind of the products, trainings, workshops, e-commerce actually drive from our members, created by our members. That actually, of course, this is all the way aligned with our national organization approval and also the JCI approval before launch, right? But give you a good idea is we try to change the models. So from the grassroots levels, all the members can create value together. This is the win-win strategies. And also nowadays, as I mentioned, that Gen Z and also the millennium segments of our members, they really, really enjoyed about the online collaborations, online interactions, or even they want to send the virtual gift to appreciate or to recognize the things that they bring the happiness or bring the values to themselves or to their communities. So they want to make it sustainable. So this is a good way, and also there are no any borders limit, because all the way of this kind of things is happening in online, right? Yeah. So I'm appreciate that very good projects in Africa actually can also get a support from other 4 areas, from Americas, right, from Europe, and also from Asia. So I think this is a very good, because the traditional way is the projects we did is just really localized, is in a one place, right? But now we put the awareness, we put the projects online, it can make a better, the maximize the values. So this is some kind of the slides can give you guys an ideas. I think SG is really happening, and also, and like me, and also very exciting to see this our new socializing, we call the JCI Virtual Community will happen. For example, you can see that we have app and also the web, and you can make it a very clear ideas under the ID strategies is how to make the connectivity together, and how to share, how to make the values together, how to put a project, not just the project galleries, because the previous days we just complete our projects and then put it in the project galleries. This is just the result. But now we create the project experience journey. This kind of the journey that all the members can join and enjoy the journey together. So you can imagine that when this journey is coming together, all the way together. So just like Calvin said, that many sponsorship, many partners, they also enjoy this kind of journey. So this kind of the value creation together, not just make the number of people to join and participate, but also we can connect together to create our true positive change and the results together. So this is really, really impressive.
It is, and precisely as you mentioned, what we're trying to do is really create one whole global team through this virtual community. It's not just about a member in Nigeria joining JCI Echo and then discovering the regional aspects in JCI Lagos or JCI Abeokuta, and then the final journey being discovering the 1,500 members in JCI Nigeria. What we want to do is to have any new member who joins and pays their dues, they will immediately have access to this through the JCI Virtual Community to the 150,000 members all enterprising young leaders in 110 different countries around the world to be able to understand that JCI is not just a local movement, but it's a global movement with 105 years of history, so they can immediately understand the vibe and the energy which JCI can provide. So it's not just thinking locally where we don't have any unique selling points compared to other NGOs. But if you look at JCI as a global entity, with our global partners, with our network of alumni, with our network of like institutional partners like the United Nations, BNI, International Chamber of Commerce, and our talent pool of members and our training expertise in global leadership, this is what makes JCI really stand out and will be a massive vector of brand loyalty and also brand recognition for each member around the world to take ownership of the JCI brand. This is the goal. And of course, to come back to our point, it's all about developing our income streams.
Yes, exactly. So you can see that this is a totally new ways, just like Kevin mentioned, is the traditional events, especially traditional events, trainings, we just happens in one room or one place, right, on site. But now we all the way, because of COVID-19 pandemic, drive us from challenge to these opportunities. So it means that we can create more or invite more members, no matter they can travel or not, cannot travel, they can also can join the events organized by JCI or even organized by your organizations. And the members from different areas can join together to enjoy together, to enhance your program qualities and to make more interactions. And also we have the web and also the application, the mobile application, and also support the offline, the on-site interactions. It means that this is a very, very good system, and to let your members, they have no excuse. They have no excuse, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot travel. Sorry. Please register online. We can take the Visa MasterCard and then please join in. I'm very happy to enjoy the African conference very soon. Even I'm in Hong Kong. So this is really good. And in the last year in the World Congress, thank you, JCI headquarters, and of course our Secretary General Calvin's. We have also some kind of programs can actually like some SDG pioneers programs actually is organized by other national organizations, but it is one of the programs or the sections in our whole Congress. So this is a very good, like JCI families, we make it together, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And this will be a massive game changer. For example, this screenshot we can see here is essentially like a training platform for local, national, and global levels. So in November this year, we're aiming to launch the first of our series of 4 global leadership masterclasses, which will be Global Entrepreneur, where we're looking at taking the best talents in entrepreneurship and business from around the world with JCI experience as well, and getting them to share their experience to members and to non-members, leveraging 2 unique selling points of JCI, needs analysis from a JCI action framework to find a sustainable business idea that actually helps the community and will help develop a loyal customer base. And secondly, using the JCI Virtual Community and the global network of 150,000 members to be able to scale up your startup, think globally and not just locally, and really accelerate it, and using the networking tool in the virtual community, because we're not going to be highlighting just JCI actions, we're going to be highlighting professional background and networking as well, to find a customer or a supplier or a business partner or an investor or a mentor as well to be able to engage. So this is what the global entrepreneurship masterclass will look like. And of course, in 2021, we're going to be launching Global Networker and Global Communicator. And by the end of 2021, we're aiming to launch Global Changemaker, which will focus on JCI Rise projects and the JCI Action Framework. So these are just examples. Another example, which Anthony was talking about, is events, and we can really change it. Just, we were looking at the statistics. In recent years, African Middle East conferences, how many members actually are physically able to attend? Maybe 300, 350, maximum 400, of which at least 100 of them are outside of Africa and the Middle East. So if we take 300 members out of a total of 12,500 members in the area conference only touches 3% of a total area membership, which is not enough. And we understand that it's because of costs, it's because of visas, it's because it's difficult to travel around the area. So the idea is to, even if in 2023 or 22, 23, 24, we have physical events, there will always be a virtual alternative, which will be much at a lower price point, so that members who cannot travel necessarily this year can still engage with Africa and the Middle East and understand what a JCI event is like, so that the next year it's like a teaser trailer. So the next year they can actually travel physically to the events as well, because they will be so motivated to do it. And it will help the accessibility to the JCI network to new members all around the area as well. The same applies in America too, where it's the same situation in the American continent with not enough people. So if we can, over the course of the next few years, we can still have 300 or 400 people at a physical event, but we can still touch 1,000 or 2,000 other members through digital area conferences as well. It will be good for JCI's revenue, of course, and for the revenue of COCs, but also for JCI brand as a whole to be able to boost customer loyalty moving forward as well. And also from a commercial side, Anthony, I know you're an expert in e-commerce. Maybe you can say a few words on this.
Yes, of course. And as you said that, we try to move the traditional service and products to the online. But this one, as an e-commerce, as you know that the traditional, when we attend the conference or conferences or the congresses, we have many trade proofs and also some kind of the goods merchandising. But we just have a few days to enjoy it. But frankly, as a JCI members, we always love many good JCI products, and some products is a good souvenirs and also the good project souvenirs. So as the national organizations, I can tell you one very good ideas is now e-commerce is really, really successful and really, really good models to engage the chapters or even the organizations, just like as a companies, to show your licensed products. As I mentioned, is what is licensed product, because this is a JCI products, and you have we have a JCI identities on this part. But this is a win-win. I think Kelvin and I can share you a very successful ideas in 2019. And we we start this kind of the models in Asia. We invite some very good designer, the product designer from Japan, from JCI Japan members, and the good manufacturer expertise, the members from Hong Kong, actually join hands together to make a very nice bow tie and the square and also the tie, whatever. This is very nice. And also the SDG earrings. You know, in the 2019, the e-commerce actually, I can just tell you, it's a very crazy and helping national organizations to get a very impressive revenues. At the same time, also benefit to JCI, because the products is we give the license fee to the JCI, but at the same time also benefits to our members. The members, what I mentioned is from JCI Japan members, from JCI Hong Kong members, they join hands together to make a product very successful. And then they also gain the reputations and the recognitions. And afterwards, there are so many projects and so many good designed projects requests to our designers as well. So this is a win-win-win strategies. And e-commerce is not just selling the products. It is a platform to inspire, as I said, that the members are talented and they always have their very good ideas and good design and good products and good skills. And it all can be a very good form of the products. And then put on our e-commerce, our new marketplace platforms to let all areas of members to enjoy it.
Yeah, totally. And this, it's not just about selling JCI mouse mats or JCI capsule or JCI generic products and having lots of stock. It's a way to rationalize our sales process and also involve members as well and enhance their talents, as you were mentioning previously, in terms of sales production, but also in terms of training, in terms of event management, and also in terms of projects as well, with the online JCI Rise project gallery we're setting up. And of course, this whole JCI Virtual Community, if anybody is wondering, we're aiming to, this is still prototype phase now, but our target date to launch will be May or June this year. So we're going to launch the Digital Transformation Committee. We'll start to work on the testing pretty soon. So things are taking shape. And also the Marketing and Merchandising Committee of JCI is also going to be involved in helping get in touch with potential vendors and suppliers from Africa and the Middle East, especially, for example, to be able to bring your products, which you can brand with JCI, and as long as they're approved by our headquarters team, you'll be able to sell them on the JCI Virtual Community moving forward. So it can also support your business and your brand identity, your personal business brands as well, whilst enhancing more member engagement with JCI. So indeed, I believe it's to, there's also different ways of donating as well, Anthony.
Yes, of course. Just mentioned that besides the conference and also the donation is really important. And yes, of course, these very good online interactions and experience can make the members and also the outsider. We also can invite our guests, our partners to see and enjoy our projects. During the whole journey, it is not just the gallery, just not just like the report, but in the way, in the different stages, the members can enjoy, the outsiders can enjoy it. So we also can allow, and also this is kind of the wallet, the how to make the users to appreciate the projects, the giving the virtual gift. So this is very nice, and the Generation C and millennials, they are very familiar of this kind of the activities online, but at the same time, they can receive the virtual gift when he or she can get a very good trainings, presentations, or some kind of different good talented sharings on our JCI platforms. So this is a two-way interactions. So you can see that this is a very good to let our national organization to facilitate. You don't need to have a very strong IT. You just use it and enjoy it, and to share to many different your members and all different others, partners, organizations, and you can get your income, or you can pay to join the others in different events. And one of the things is the the rewards. We also want to ask the members to enjoy different activities and give them the rewards.
Yeah.
Even the national organizations, right, SG, we also hope that the national organization can follow different, we call it gamified journey, and then to let them to have a different rewards. And the rewards, they can get some good stickers or some gifts. And this is very, very interesting. And the objectives were very simple, is how to maximize the social experience in our virtual communities. And this kind of the virtual community experience can generate more values and money. This is very simple. So the last one is of all the way nowadays, as a company, as a chapters, as organizations, or even as a JCI, data is really, really important. And this kind of data can enhance our experience, can enhance our projects. For example, you said that your project is really wonderful, but finally there is no any likes and no any clicks. So this is a very, very practical or instant response to all of you, how to modify and how to fine-tune your projects to get more social engagement and more performance and efficiency. So I think the data is helping you guys, and also how to get a better sponsorship or a better partnership engagement, because all the partners nowadays is more concerned about we call the conversion rate, how to convert your things to their things. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we need to understand who our members are as well and what their interests are. But it's also to explain when we're looking for new corporate partners, for example, and really promoting either an advertising banner on the JCI Virtual Community or even a social media channel on the virtual community as well, like we're going to be doing for some of our corporate partners this year. It will be very important for us to understand the engagement of it, and all the members will have access to it as well. So
yeah. Okay, so I think this is almost the end of our presentations. And last but not least, I think these sections, I just, as a conclusions, I tell you one thing is, all the way we mentioned, all the things we mentioned, how to make a financial sustainability or create values in our organizations. This is the one things to align our SDG goals number 8, how to make a very good and promote your sustainable economic growth in your organizations, which is very important, which is very essential, and also when every local chapters, they can not just survive, they can create more values, they can create more sustainable impact. Your national organizations can consolidate this kind of value and to make another bigger values and bring into the JCI. So you can imagine that every single local chapters, every single national organizations, we join hands together, have to have the same, this kind of mindset. Our JCI movement and development will be very successful. And also thank you for your support.
yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to link all this. Of course, we're looking at the financial sustainability of our organization at JCI, but we are linked to a greater goal, which is supporting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals as well. So it's a great way to wrap it up. And thank you again for all your enlightening insights on finance, great from your great business experience and also your JCI experience as our global treasurer 3 years ago, Anthony. So so for all the national presidents, and also those watching from around the world as well, if you have any questions for Anthony, do not hesitate. Of course, I will be with you live in virtual Abeokuta, Nigeria, until the end of the National President's meeting. Unfortunately for Anthony, it's very, very late at night in Asia. But if you have any questions, you can either ask me directly over the course of the coming days, or you can send me an email. I'm sure you all have my email address, given the number of emails I received from you already. But you can send me an email or WhatsApp, and I will forward it to Anthony so he can answer if I cannot do so directly. But
yes,
yeah. So we
thank you very much, SG Kevin, and of course, very appreciate to have this opportunity to share with you guys. And I said that. We are welcome any questions. Many questions, it means that you are thinking about how to make it better. So a really enjoyable experience, and I wish you all the best in this year, especially under you guys, your great leadership, and try to change all the challenges to our new opportunities. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, and we'll see you later. Thank you again, Past Treasurer Anthony, for your great insights. See you soon. Bye.
So, thank you. Bye.